What's up, Nathan?
What's up?
What's up, Spurs fans? What's up, Clubspurs.com fans? Everybody that's into the San Antonio Spurs, holla. We're going to be talking about Gregg Popovich real quick. Gregg Popovich being added to the list of 50th greatest coaches of all time. Who's bad? Popovich is bad. Nathan, with Gregg Popovich being added to this list of great coaches, what do you think this means to the Spurs?
First of all, and that's what does it mean? Well, it means they now they got their confidence that they have a great coach, as if they didn't really know that, but now they do, because he's ranked number 49, and hopefully he can get it up, because he should be winning one this year.
Yes, Gregg Popovich being added to this great list of coaches, and we just applaud him. All his efforts that he does to making the Spurs a great team, a four-time NBA championship team, on the verge of going for 5 in 2010. Also, we have another interesting topic. It is regarding Theo Ratliff. As we mentioned in our last video, the Spurs signed Theo Ratliff, and Theo Ratliff mentioned something very interesting on mysa.com, and that was that he wants to come to the San Antonio Spurs not just to be a player, but to win an NBA championship with the Spurs. Nathan, with Theo Ratliff's statements on mysa.com, what does this tell you about Theo Ratliff as a player?
And he wants to win an NBA championship, not next year, or next year, yeah, but he wants to win one this upcoming season. He doesn't want to wait until the season after that. No, he wants one right now. And by golly, if he wants one, by golly, he will get one.
Yes, and Theo Ratliff looks like he's making his marks and his statements. This is just something very nice to hear from players who just don't think about money all the time. Also, we have another interesting statement to come out with, and that's with the Southwest Division. Lots of things happening on during the off season. Many Spurs fans are wondering how the season's going to turn out for the Spurs, and also our rivals in the Dallas Mavericks, the Houston Rockets, the New Orleans Hornets, and I believe and the Memphis Grizzlies. All these teams that are in our Spurs division. Just to name a couple of teams, Houston Rockets. They added Trevor Ariza, but they lost Ron Artest and Yao Ming for the entire 2009-2010 season. That will really hurt the Rockets. As for the Memphis Grizzlies, same old with Memphis. Same sorry team, same sorry results. They obviously signed, actually they traded for Zach Randolph for, I believe it was Quentin Richardson. They added him. They also might add Allen Iverson to that roster, but that has yet to be determined. And for the New Orleans Hornets, a recent trade, they have decided to trade Tyson Chandler to the Charlotte Bobcats for Emeka Okafor. Now this trade right here really doesn't make a bit of sense. Other than the Charlotte Bobcats lost and the New Orleans Hornets, well, they didn't really win in this trade either. I don't know if CP3 will be able to connect to Emeka Okafor as easily like he did with Tyson Chandler. And we all saw the alley-oops that Chris Paul made easy for Tyson Chandler. What's going to be the difference, Nathan, between Emeka Okafor and Tyson Chandler with the Hornets?
Well, I think Tyson Chandler is more athletic, because those alley-oops, I mean, Chandler just got up there and just put them in. I mean, I don't think Okafor could do that. And they said something about Yahoo.com too, that Okafor has trouble guarding other NBA big men. So I think Chandler did a pretty decent job defensively on Duncan or Shaq or Gasol or whatever big man came his way.
So with Emeka Okafor not being able to guard big men, that's just going to hurt the New Orleans Hornets even more. I mean, you're trying to build your team, not disintegrate it. Now, with the what was the other team we left out? The
The
Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are just the studs of the league. Mark Cuban with his rich big wallet, busting out cash like it's some type of cash flow industry, signing Drew Gooden and Tim Thomas as if they need more offensive power to an already Dirk Nowitzki team. Yeah, that's right. Dirk Nowitzki team. The Dallas Mavericks, they go through this every year. They sign players, they shine shooters, but they still don't do anything in the postseason. Yes, they beat the San Antonio Spurs last year. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't there one player or two that were banged up? Oh, yes. Monty Ginobili and Tim Duncan. I don't remember him being 100%. So, if the Dallas Mavericks could barely beat the Spurs when they're limping and down, much less when the Spurs have Richard Jefferson, Big Daddy DeJuan Blair, uh, Manu Ginobili healthy, Tony Parker, the list goes on and on and on. Antonio McDyess, Theo Ratliff. I mean, this team is so well built right now that if the Mavericks even try to compete with the Spurs, I don't even think it'll. I mean, it might be a good game like they've always been, but there's always that if. Can the Dallas Mavericks beat the Spurs? Can they progress into the postseason? They haven't really showed me anything. Not just as a NBA fan, but a person that just watches basketball in general. The Dallas Mavericks just don't show us anything new other than they sign, trade, and release players. They signed a whole lot of players to the Toronto Raptors. They traded Devin George. They traded Antoine Wright. They also traded who is that other guy? Oh yeah, Jerry Stackhouse to the Memphis Grizzlies, and then they ended up waiving him the next day. With the Dallas Mavericks, adding these small little pieces, Drew Gooden, former Spur, Tim Thomas, but the Dallas Mavericks making all these key adjustments as they do all the time. What to you comes to your mind when you see this about the Dallas Mavericks? We always see them do these types of things, but no results. Do you think this will change?
Nope, I don't think it will change because